Joining us in a few minutes will be Myron Tagovailoa-Amosa. Here he is now. So if you do have a question, please go ahead and raise your hand. And Myron, your first question will be from Chuck Freeby.
Myron, when Clark Lee presents the game plan, I'm not asking you to give the game plan, but how does he go about breaking it down when you go into a game like this?
Yeah, first and foremost, all praises to the Most High. Just blessed to have another opportunity to compete with my brothers and at the highest level. In reference to your question, it really just starts by breaking down, just the personnel we're going against, the type of players you're going to see, and basically just finding their strengths and their weaknesses and how we can attack their strengths using our own strengths, and also, finding opportunities to capitalize off little tendencies and weaknesses that they present on film.
We'll go next to Chris Daly.
So I know your cousins Tua and Talia as well, so I can only imagine what those Thanksgiving football games were like. But Tua's definitely played in a few of these big games. What advice has he given you for games like this?
He's definitely just always told us in like little moments, just really have trust and have faith in ourselves, have faith in our teammates. And above all, just don't let the moment be too big for you, Everybody's human. Everybody playing this game brings different traits to the table, and it's all about just trusting in your craft and just really being in the moment, appreciating the moment that I have to compete and not overlooking to the next phase. So, yeah.
We'll go next to Brian Driscoll.
Hey, Myron, I just wanted just a quick scouting report question for you as you've broken down film of Alabama, just kind of what you see from them, what makes them effective, and kind of what kind of, problems or matchup problems do they present teams, just kind of in general, a scouting report way.
Yeah, I mean, when you turn the film, you're probably going to see plays from guys like number 6, number 17, and number 8. But obviously, the defensive lineman, we just pay attention to the line of scrimmage. And I feel like that's really the point of emphasis of why their offense has been so successful. If you turn on the film, you see that front five playing bully ball, really just dominating that line of scrimmage up front and having their way game in and game out. And so, yeah, coming into this game, we understood that they definitely have talent all around, but we understand the biggest challenge is going to be up front, resetting the line of scrimmage and just dominating up front.
We'll hand it over next to Michael Casagrande.
Wondering if you've had any communication with Tua, any talk from that side of the family about this game and kind of the dynamic in play?
No, I haven't talked to him about the game in general, but I'm sure he has bigger things to worry about, seeing that he's trying to get into the playoffs. Or I'm sure I think they clinched the playoffs. Not too sure, but definitely hope and pray that they do well.
We'll hand it over next to Andrew Mentok.
Up on the Alabama offensive line, I know they're also extremely large linemen. Is that, I know Notre Dame has a lot of more athletic defensive linemen, maybe not huge in terms of weight. Does that pose any particular challenges? And on the flip side, does it also maybe offer some advantages there?
Yeah, I think for me personally, I like going against bigger offensive linemen only because for me, with my size, it's all about the point of attack. If I have the lower leverage, I'm always going to win. And so it's really come down to using our technique, having low pad level. And we definitely see big old linemen against our own line, and we go against them every day. We have Liam Eichenberg, Aaron Banks, all of them, Robert Hainsey. These guys are probably not your average old lineman, but they're big in size. And so I think for me, there's no real fall off for the level of competition.
We'll go next to Larry Rubima.
Yes, good afternoon, Myron. Talk about what has it been like playing with Jeremiah? And I know you guys always try to feed off of each other. Talk about how he's been able to help you in your game as well.
Yeah, one thing about Wu is he's the same person every day. He comes in, works hard, and he's a big motivator. You don't see him talking negatively on the field. He's more of a positive speaker, and he just has like this aurora that beams off of him. And, you know, people just, when you're around him, you kind of like just want to jump in, and you're just energized just by his presence, because the way he flies around to the ball, the way he takes leadership on the field, you know, those are the intangibles that, you know, some players that you can't really train to have, but some people are just born with it. And I'm just blessed to have him as a teammate, as a brother, and yeah.
And we'll do one more call for questions. If you do have a question, please raise your hand. We'll hand it over next to Rhea Turner.
Hi, Myron. How do you plan to corral Mac Jones in the pocket?
Yeah, really is just dominating the line of scrimmage. Week in and week out, people, when faced with a tough opponent offensively, were posed with the question of how can we stop, you know, this offense? And I'll give you the same answer every time. It's just dominating the line of scrimmage and affecting the QB. If you ever watch or put on the film, like I said, Mac Jones has all day back there. And I don't think there has been a defensive line that has really challenged the pocket. And so it's just going to be about creating pressure, making opportunities when given a passing situation. So, yes.
We'll go next to Omar Urena.
Hi, Myron. What does this game mean to you as a senior? And what are your personal goals for this game in your personal matchups versus the Alabama's offensive line?
Yeah, for me as a competitor, I love to compete against the best. I love to just see where I fall in terms of, you know, competing against, like you said, probably one of the best offensive lines we'll probably face this season. As far as goals go, definitely just want to focus on getting our game plan down, really just honing in on just little tendencies that this offensive line can give us and just capitalize off of those opportunities. So, yeah.
All right, and it looks like that's all the questions we have. Thank you very much, Myron.
Thank you.